boy, Gmars.
Now you know it's official.
It's Blondito official.
Alright.
Here to talk about some power. Got the power. And we're going to rank the power. We're not really going to do any rankings, so to say, because, we don't have time for that shit. We're going to go through each team alphabetically. Mons, we're going to talk shit, then we're going to give them a letter grade. It's basically undergrad.
Are we only
grades?
Are we only doing the EV side?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Pikachu if we have time, but my guess is this is going to take like an hour.
Yeah, these are
maybe 50 probably minutes. About an hour though.
And see, these never go as quick as you think they're going to.
Alright, let's kick it off.
Pikachu at the end, and just say we can each say one mon that counters all 12, and we'll see how that goes. Wait, why is Goon Pikachu?
I mean, he hasn't been super successful.
That man drafted Lando too.
His team's absolutely disgusting in Pikachu. Like, I hope he just dominates.
He drafted Lando T again. I was talking about in the past he had drafted Lando.
God. Oh. Okay.
He better have won first fucking week with a team like that. Let's see. Well, I don't know what his.
This is the fucking worst power rankings of all time.
Fuck you. Oh, good. He's on the top.
Oh, this is worse.
All right. Let's start off by doing some actual power rankings. Let's hop over to ATA. Second worst formatting in the league, Patty's team.
Yeah, I'm not too big of a fan of it. I'd give it probably a D out of formatting.
Holy fuck, formatting, okay.
This is actually one of the best teams out there.
No, the team
capitalizing on the strengths of Mega Mawile by having some really good trick options. Victini, all amazing setters. And Victini is one of the best Trick Room abusers to pair with Mega Mawile. Create spam under it. I really think
this possible to look at for a second.
It's so bright. It's so bright.
I was not ready for that.
I think one of honestly my biggest problems that I have with this team is he lacks. Like, this is coming from Gmars. He lacks enough T-Wave users for me to say.
My only real issue with it was I don't see a super amount of bulk on here, so he's gonna need to play really, really well and have the upper hand a lot of the time in order to be successful.
No, I mean I think the real problem I see with this team, for honesty, his response to a lot of sweepers is Mega Mawile Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
A lot of good sweeping sets after they chip through this team, and I know it's hard to chip regen mons, but statusing them. I feel like he's going to have a lot of problems with substitute sets in general. I like how he has some really good... I personally think this is the best team in the league, Mawile, but the way that it was drafted elsewhere, a really good mix of bulk and power, and some very good hazard setters too.
To me, it just looks like a super black and white bulky offense team, and I'm a really big fan of that.
It's pure BW, yeah.
But I mean,
this team's
fucking
very scary.
Instead of Zebstrika, if you could get a sticky webs user, that would just be a fucking nightmare.
Oh yeah, that would.
And Victini under webs.
Ooh.
It's disgusting.
What's up with the Zebstrika pick? I don't understand that. That mon is just absolute trash.
Hey, you picked it. You saw it in the championship. He knew.
Yeah, I had it on my team and realized this was such a wasted pick. It does nothing, and it wasn't worth dropping because it's tier 4.
I fought it one time and
it's only there
to buzz. That's all I've ever seen it do.
I think because he already has great, if he has fantastic stops to U-turn. I think he needed. I don't even know, man. Maybe he wanted to pressure speed, so when people can't speed creep him as easily if they have a 120 mon, they can't just drop it down to just above Keldeo.
Right.
Like maybe it's just there, so it's like, I gotta invest enough for Zeb Strike. Just in case.
He has plenty of Volt Switch U-turn options. He has plenty of like, if this comes in, will it Calm Mind? Will it like Z Rain Dance? Will it set up options?
Not a good thumb. It
Yeah.
doesn't have Baton Pass. It doesn't give him a niche in like Sticky Web, T-Spikes. Well, I mean, he already has T-Spikes in Nidoqueen. It doesn't give him a niche that he didn't already have. Maybe he likes the grass immunity for like Keldeo, but his team, he has it as like a grass answer because it's a electric type of Sap Sipper that gets overheat. And man, that's just whack.
As a draft team, it has a lot of power in the fact that even if you know what he's going to bring, you don't know what set it's going to be, and all the Fremon is so solid in that they can run different sets, and it's not like Mons where if he brings Victini and they bring a water type, it's an auto lose for Victini. He's got nothing like that on his team.
Extremely
every single one there can fill like at least 2 different very solid roles, and that's like a strong part. I like Serena. I wanted that girl.
Hey, the coverage is just so awful.
Yeah.
But
she doesn't need it. That's why she's tier 3. As a tier 3 pick, Alamamola's one.
T3? Disgusting. Y'all gotta update that.
Yeah. See, it's a pretty nice tier 3 mom. Tier 2, I would never pick it.
I might. This is an A+ from me. This is easily. What do y'all feel?
I don't think I could reasonably give it a B or lower. I really like the team. It's definitely not perfect. No. It has plenty of problems, as all draft teams do, but there's no glaring weakness. Imagination. I'd put it in the A.
Yeah, I would. I think I'd also give it an A.
Oh God,
my team. Favor, drop Zeb Strika for real, like an actual grass answer, and then get back to me, and then I think we'll be okay.
Normal Exeggutor is up, right?
Oh my God, I get it now. Zeb Strika was literally for my team. It's the only counter. It counters T-Wave. It counters Tapu Bulu. Corona. Guys, he's a genius.
He's actually got that 500 IQ.
Oh my God, he knew. He knew. He looked at every team in the league and said, the one team I can't beat right now is Gmars. Zeb Strika.
Last season, I picked up Golduck, not because it had the great rain answer, but I thought, there's a lot of weather. I'm sure I could run like a Scarf Cloud9 set, and he'll switch in his Excadrill after like one of my mons die, and he'll stay in because he's like, I got Sand Rush. You won't see the Cloud9 on the screen, and I'll kill him with Scald. And then I swept with it. Not him, of course, but. All right, are we already having to destroy my team?
Yeah, it's
Personally, I fucking love this team. If I had this team, I would have so much fun building with it each week.
I think you're only saying that because of the Minior.
Really, I don't think I would bring Minior much with this kind of team. It doesn't have great removal options. But, like, yeah, it doesn't have great removal at all. It's like Oricorio, Pelipper.
I'm definitely making some more changes here.
The pure breaking offense that you have with Mamoswine and the number of different sets you can run with Terrakion. I at first thought this team was garbage because I looked at it and I thought your only Swift Swimmer was Golduck, and then I saw Kingdra.
Yeah, that was after the initial power ranking.
Did you swap it?
I had Chestnut in that place, and they said, yeah, that's a shitty mon. I went, yeah, Kingdra would be nicer.
They were right for the first time in the entire power rankings. They said something correct.
That's the first thing I said to Tony. I'm like, the only single thing I've gotten from that entire power ranking is, yeah, I should have Kingdra, shouldn't I? I think that's why I typed when I typed in league chat before something rude in the fucking.
Yeah. Good. I mean, I can see where they're coming from, where this not being like. At it, but I feel like it was doing it a disservice. It was mad.
It was number 11. It was number 11, and every single one of them said they feel it's the worst team.
Yeah, all the people in the video said that this should have been ranked last.
Maybe with Chestnut, but like, no. There are so many good 3-4 amazing hazard options right now. From like my like standpoint of how I play a team, like break and then sweep, this seems like one of the most fun teams to pilot, and I'm also pretty scared to prep against it. I'm gonna bring T-Wave, and I'm also gonna bring a Fling Light Ball Mom from Hano. But like just a nightmare looking at it from a position of trying to like what mon breaks through this.
It's
Why are you -5?
oh fucking I simply prepared lazily. I don't have a better excuse than that. I saw Mew, I hate fighting Mew, whatever. And just click Stone Edge, turn 1, hope he didn't switch out. I'm like, okay, well, that didn't happen. Torn's not dead, Mew's in. I didn't bring Zam. Didn't bring Spiritomb.
When you're looking at a team like this is something that needs a lot of dedicated prep each week. There's a lot of things that standard sets you could probably blow through this team pretty easily if you just brought the right couple sweepers and like a few creative stops.
If you stall this on the ladder, you would never lose to it.
But like, you're Flounch. Just fucking step up your game, pussy boy. Come on.
Just do a more classic flinch with your icicle crashes with their Yachi berries, and then you just got it in the bag.
I fucking did that week 1.
Yeah, I know, that's why I brought it up.
I was supposed to have Icicle Spear, but I thought, no one fucking Yachi Berry against me, and then I saw it, and I felt bad. He had Regenerator, so he just went whatever, and he pushed out the Mew. And I went, oh yeah, fuck, Giga Drain sweeps my team. Giga Drain Mew beat me. My team was not very well prepared.
Against this team. Also whipped his ass had you had it.
I really should have roosted. My biggest misplay with that was just simply not roosting on his Mew with Pelipper. I thought he would just have T-Bolt. I was like, well, let's see the T-Bolt, so I clicked Defog as like a thoughtless option, and then he Twinkle Tackled me. I was like, oh fuck, that did 43. I could have roosted. I could have been in the position right now.
That makes sense. He was really afraid of Spiritomb.
My personal biggest problem with my team is it's the playstyle is a little different from what I'm normally used to, and whereas a couple seasons ago, when I had like 3 or 4 rock weaknesses, I just had a team that was so offensive. Only 2 people in the entire season set up rocks against me. Tony was one of them, and I triple crit him with Drill Run, or I double crit him with Drill Run, and then I crit him with Mega Horn on his Blastoise, and then I swept him with a Gyro Ball Bronzong because he didn't know that speed wasn't swapped, it just speed order, so his Clefable did not live. It's I'm not going to be able to pull any of those types of antics around.
Probably not.
I just wanted to pick shit I haven't picked, which is a complete lie because I've drafted about 5 of these months. I've never really run Spiritomb. I missed my Diancie, I missed my Mammoth, I missed my Escavalier, so I stuck them all on the team. I told Tony I'm thinking about drafting Oreo, and he said more weird shit, so I knew that was a sign to keep it. And I just felt like I'd bring Golduck back.
I gotta say a couple things. I think you're gonna ramp up really well, like nicely mid-season. You're up against Zach this time, right?
Simply.
The matchup versus him in general seems pretty nice.
Yeah, we've done some prepping for it, and I like his matchup.
Some fire.
I don't like Thundurus, I don't like Shaman, but aside from that,
Don't tell me shit. I helped Zach prep, and by that I mean I gave him a practice battle and fucking.
Yeah, of course.
But no, I did not practice battle him, did I? I think we just talked about it in chat. So yeah, I don't want to mention anything in there, but
I've sit on so many weird mons, and I've dropped so many weird fucking. I prepared against so much weird shit. And in the end, Tony did 2 practice battles against me. Neither of the 2 he brought Scarf Shaman, which is what I'm scared of, or Z Celebrate, which actually cleaves through my team. I'm sure that's one of the mons you consider to it.
Don't tell Zach that.
Don't tell Zach, okay.
Oh god, he's not Z Shaman, is he?
Oh fuck, no, that's right. That's right, he should have been Z Shaman. I remember.
This is Z Delphox.
Yeah, Z Thunder. God damn it. Z Delphox. Someone told him immediately. But I don't know.
Z Delphox is dumb as fuck. But you know what? We'll get there. There's time.
I'm sure he'll have a good time. Alright. Letter grades,
I'm gonna give you a solid Personally, I'd love to play this, but there are issues. Your water resist exclusively being Pelipper and Kingdra, but it's all
so bad.
You have ways around them, and someone who plays this style, I can see how this team can be successful. Nowhere near the worst team in the league, in my opinion. I think I do like 4th on my power ranking that I submitted. Albert.
What was your letter grade?
A B. Solid B.
Excellent.
Okay, I'm probably leaning towards like a C+, just because, I don't know, like, definitely not my playstyle, so it's hard for me to rank this, but I know Flounch knows how to use shit like this, so yeah.
It's fair. I get it. You're not, an OU moderator. You don't control any part of the OU council. It's fine. No, I get it. You're a casual.
I had a mini sweep in playoffs with this last season. With this meaning with Golduck, and they still haven't accepted Golduck as a real mon. It's like the first game. Was it the first game Golduck killed 3 mons?
I
didn't pay attention last
second or third game, Golduck killed 3 mons. All 3 games, my Mesprit got crit before it could set up either rain or its second screen. 3 times in a row by Necrozma each time, so very good prep on his Necrozma. He knew exactly what he had to do. He really got back at me for
such a good mon.
He really got back at me for week 2, season 5 or whatever, when I crit him 3 times and flinched him 4 times. My Mammoth Swine. Brought it all back.
Yeah, ready to move on to the Belgian Red Darmanitans?
Yeah,
I'm going to say, if you want to go overboard with stylizing your sheet, this is a damn good way to do it.
Hey, it looks okay.
Yeah, I think you need to mute the colors a bit. Like, it needs to be more the yellow and red that are on your logo. But I am impressed.
I love the top half of his sheet. It looks like something you'd pull out in a game. Besides the Belgian red, it all looks nice. The style's nice, but the red and the black and the yellow are so fucking strong down there.
You gotta mute the colors.
If I could scroll up and not see them, then it'd be nice.
Let me do a quick little analysis on this because I do have problems with this team. There's things I absolutely love. I think Ditto is always an amazing draft pick because it forces so much from your opponents in prep.
It really does.
I love that.
I hate prepping when I see a Ditto on the other team because
Mike
I
Mortar,
know what we're gonna do.
Yeah, Mortar is an amazing tier 4 mon, but this team needs another rocker.
What's an amazing tier 4
straight
mon?
up?
Magmortar.
Oh, Magmortar. I heard Girder. I felt I'd ask.
So this team really needs another rocker because there's so many weeks when Excadrill and Tyranitar both want to be doing something else. Like, you might want Choice Band T-Tar with Excadrill or something. Even just thinking about how I prep this team, they're both great rockers. Very rarely do I want to run rocks on my T-Tar. Rarely do I want to run rocks on my Excadrill. I usually want the 4th coverage slot.
Or rapid
to see, of one of these Pokemon, like a tier 4 rocker instead of Lurantis gets defog, I get it, but defog contrary.
When I look at this team, I would literally draft every single mon of this team in the same order he did. Afterward, Tony would message me and say, "What's your rocker?" Drop about 3 of them. For a good rocker, an actual fog/spinner that isn't forced to spin under weather, and then some kind of general check. But with what it is, it's this really, really weird. It looks effective. It doesn't look like it's improperly built or anything. But it's this sand sweeping, Aurora Veil setting, Suicune, Calm Minds, Stalling, Sticky Web, Triple Spike, Excelgor, Lurantis as your defogger. Really, really weird, super slow / super fast bulky team where every mon is so hard to prep for because I feel like this was built in mind of he didn't know exactly what he wanted or he didn't want an opponent to be able to build against him ever. And Under that, it's perfect.
I'll give the man mad credit like this. I think it's going to be a really effective team throughout the league just because it's so hard to prep
This
for.
has to be the hardest team in the entire league to prep against.
Yeah. Because there's so many different routes he can go. I just think
What are Z move users?
coming from a man who likes his
Excadrill
rocks,
and
T-Tar's a good Z move
T-Tar,
user,
yeah.
but prove me wrong.
Okay,
Prove
I'm
me
gonna
wrong.
go ahead and write those on the document then. Okay.
Well, if
It's
you
got a
scroll down to the
throwdown
thing that you're
kick.
not looking at, he's got the little.
Ah, is it? Oh, yeah, they're right there, yeah.
Yep.
Let me take those away. I was staring at those the whole time, I didn't realize those.
Yeah, that's the Z crystals. You haven't played the actual games, have you?
I haven't played in actual games since Black.
By the way, I love that mon. That is a nice option. It's got a lot of good ways to lure dark types too. You know what? Decent team. I can't get over that rocks issue of being a smoke on tryhard as myself.
Rocks are
So many good things. Galvantula, Ditto. Of course, Lion's T-Wave.
I'm so happy seeing that Toxicroak there, because it's such a sleeper.
It is.
Back in season 3, Toxicroak was huge for me.
And a solid B plus. Sure, I'm sure it could be higher, but I'm a bitch. Such is the life. What do you guys think?
I was leaning a little bit lower, at a B.
I can't really decide on this team. I'd probably give it like a B plus. Would I be comfortable giving? Because I feel like it's gonna work regardless of what he's playing, and it just depends on how well, which is exactly what you want to see in a team.
Yeah, this is an easy playoffs team, I think. We will see though. Kago Sindai Quills with a lot of annoying formatting, yet no pictures of your mons. Disgusting. And no updated sheet.
Tepkokuzi, Latiasi, yeah, we talked about this.
I have this fucking pink salmon looking ass formatting and not keep your sheet up to date.
White on yellow, white on orange, next to fucking pink. Yeah, but what about the team?
I like
Let me
this
take
team.
a look at this.
I generally do like this team.
I was telling Tony when we started talking about our rankings. This I absolutely love. I don't think it's one of the best per se, but it's definitely one of my favorite teams. I can't see this one failing. If it's wrong in anything, it's that it's leaning too much on offense, but the way it gets there is going to be so different each week.
The big issue with this team is that it's just Zygarde fodder.
As we saw.
Did he lose to Zygarde?
Yeah, he was my week 1 opponent. It wasn't exactly Zygarde that swept him, though. It was Heliolisk.
Heliolisk did so much fucking work. He got confused on his. He switched hard into his normal Charizard, took rocks as he was clicked Volt Switch, but the full para stopped Fortress from fucking showing what it had. So he just wait until he hit himself, and then he swept him with Scarf Hyper Voice essentially.
Brutal, fucking brutal. I was gonna say I would love to see on this team something other than Type Null, but that boy gets T-Wave and U-turn, so you can't go wrong.
I think, I like Type Null.
I've never really hated Type Null. I hate looking at it, but when I see its stats, when I see what it's got, it's appealing to me. The only mon I don't like on this team is either Sneasel or Vaporeon. I love Bronzong. This Magius is always fun. It's got a million things it can do.
Was Vaporeon a late pick?
I'm not sure. That's what I was wondering about. I can actually just check.
Bro, a Slowking. Those are
Let's see.
Those are really nice for this team.
Oh right,
Because he's got
draft sheet doesn't say
answer.
what order we do it. I don't know why I thought.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be.
No,
way too much.
Vaporeon's not that bad.
I still like it. It definitely has all of the like most valuable picks in every fucking slot. Tapu Koko first pick is always good. Latios
Sniped my
never
ass on that. I was
fails.
so salty.
Mega Charizard X is one of
Charizard
the
X is
biggest threats
such a
you
threat.
can ever
But X
face.
with Latios is a phenomenal pairing, by the way. That Dragon Spam can be really good in
Oh
League.
yeah.
That's what I was stuck when I was building a practice against. I just saw Fairy and 2 dragons next to each other. Do you ever not bring this in the opponent?
No, like, and Coco is such a versatile mon too.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
so many different ways you can.
It could be your defogger, it could be your dual screener, it could be physical, it could be special. It's a Z.
Your dual screens, physical special, and with Z you get access to just like a disgusting mixed wild charge set. Like there is a lot of different ways that you can take this. So you can be fucking CM Fairy Z. These are sets that are just OU standard. I'm not even in the weird league shit yet. I'm just saying what is literally on the Smogon Pokedex right now.
There's definitely a place
It's
against some opponent where he will use the unique Tapu Nature's Power move, or Nature's Madness move, and predicts some kind of switch down, like
into
kind
some
of
fucking
like
steel
fancy
ground
type
type.
switch, and make it take like 30%, and then he gives a click wild charge. I'm sure anything like that's gonna happen. It gets to we're not even out of the tier 1s yet. we briefed Sneasel and Bronzong, but Infernape is on this team. I'm not 100% on it, but I'm like 90-something%. Not to say like I don't want it on. It's in the same vein as Coco, but essentially with weaker stats. It gets Slack Off, it gets Will-O-Wisp, it gets like 4 different forms of priority. It gets.
I think it's
a
actually
great
really
speed
nice
tier.
in this team because
Yeah, I like it
it
on
can,
this team.
as well with Zardex with
It's got fucking great mixed coverage and great mixed stats.
with Zardex, it can lure in the same types of things that would want to like defensively answer Zardex and weaken them to the point where Zard sweeps, or Zard just does the same thing with an SD set for Infernape if you have like a Scarf Infernape.
It's one of those mons where once it's ahead.
What?
Edit out the voice crack.
Correct. No, that's not happening. That voice crack is staying in every time.
With Amoonguss, I'm like, when you look at it on paper and you see Tapu Koko and Amoonguss, you think like, oh, electric terrain, why would he have a Spore Setter? But the amount of situations where you would go Koko and then into a Amoonguss within like 2 turns and expect to click Spore are very unrealistic. Like, there's not many situations. It's not like they're gonna like go Lando, and then you go, oh, even though electric terrain's up, I can Spore it because it's a Lando. It looks like a weird pick at first, but Amoonguss is a mon that ever since its release has never failed to show what it can do. It's got Clear Smog, it's got Leech, it's got Synthesis, it's got actually.
I want to say, Clear Smog on this team is amazing. Just
Exactly.
Because nice stop to a lot of things that I would love to just do to this team. Don't bring it. You listen to this?
It's got like oh, a setup sweeper might come in. I missed, if I misplayed or overpredicted, it's Amoonguss. It's not going to die. It's got Regenerator and its offensive stats are such that you don't want to switch hard into it. Aren't they like 90 and 85 or something like that?
No, now that it has Stopping Tantrum, it's enough.
85, yeah, exactly. It's so nice.
Nice pivot. It plays the same role as Tangrowth when we
It
when
gets
we ran
fast like
Charizard
T-Wave.
Tangrowth. It's just a type of move. It's just a type of mon that lets you pivot. It like brings in the things that you want to have Zard in on. That's that good shit. Zard and Coco.
It's like a more reliable Tangrowth. It's such a tasty.
This team fucking falls. It's Earthquake, doesn't it? I'm gonna abuse that. That's happening.
That's what I was saying. It was Zygarde fodder.
That's why he's got 3 Levitate mons.
It does not stop a Zygarde, does it?
No.
Did I say he has 2 flying types? What did I say?
That is gonna be fun.
Whatever,
That is
steal
gonna
it.
be really fun.
The only problem I really found with it when I was teaching Tony, at least, so I haven't thought about it that hard, is it's difficult to keep rocks off while still having your incredible offensive pressure. You lose so much by having to click defog, but I absolutely understand why he has Scyther. It's that offensive defog mon where you aren't sure what it'll be whenever it comes out, and if nothing else, for that, it fits perfectly on the team as well. Like every pick does something. I'm still a little on the fence.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure why. It's just seeing this pure water type mon that has never really done anything spectacular. It's just glaring to me. I don't know why.
It's a mon that wants to have Z celebrate.
I'm sure he'll shock us when he brings Calm Mind Iron Defense and it sweeps through somebody. Unkillable threat.
Unkillable. I'm gonna give this an A-. I'm a fan.
I think, yeah, I would also give it an A-.
I can't give it any lower than A-.
Look at us. Look at this unanimous, amazing. We're so much fucking better than the Mod Squad. Shout out to us.
Alright, Miss Vegas is good too. Next, okay. Now we're on to Murray.
Oh god, I don't want to.
I can't fucking read this. God damn it. Hold on.
It's so bad.
Bree Seraph. Okay, we can read it.
It's so bad.
God damn it. Dude, Murray! I offered to change this a couple seasons ago. Do you remember that? Okay. Alright, we can read it. What's up? I'm just gonna look at the pictures.
God, this is just atrocious, man. Fucking atrocious.
I feel like he knows beyond a reasonable doubt that it's terrible and everyone hates it, and he's just holding on to it because of that. There's no other excuse. Okay. Are you shrinking Mega Aggron to me?
Somebody did.
Not a threat.
Not a threat.
Maybe not on this team.
I'm gonna come out and say it. This looks like a real bad team.
I had to agree on the in the power ranking video that they did that this team is just walls with a Weavile.
It's a team that literally a VGC player would build. It's just a responsive defensive team.
Does he have Araquanid so that no one brought it against him?
Araquanid because he wants a Trick Room option. Same reason he has Duosion. That's why it's a Z user.
Or no, Araquanid, Clefable no, Araquanid, Weavile
I didn't
Y.
realize he had Raknings as a Z move user.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with that?
No, it makes sense. It's his Trick Room option. It's one of his best Trick Room offensive Pokemon.
I understand that, but like, I guess when I look at move users, I'm it's so underwhelming. Like my team has no real good Z move users. We didn't mention it on mine because it had nothing to say about it. I don't even remember that. Gengar and fucking
Terrakion is a phenomenal Z move user.
Terrakion's wonderful Z move user,
yeah.
and I basically had to just decide.
Gengar's all out pummeling.
All right. We're on Murray's page, boys.
Yes, we are.
It hurts so much.
Like,
say too much about this team because I am currently prepping for it. I want to give away my thoughts on what I think is weak and strong. I just want to say that his Trick Room options, I think you just look at Araquanid and you're like, why is this here? But I think it does pair well nicely with Dragalge.
Yeah, I can see that.
I wonder if Murray's going to be able to play this well. Like, Glisor or Clef, that's great. But, man, this is just... It's just too passive. I don't like Regirock. Comfy. I don't like Moltres.
I'm not a fan of like teams that go like too bulky without like much like offensive pressure. I don't feel like it does super well in League.
Yeah.
Because you're able to prep for, a super bulky team.
Yeah. I don't want to say what I'm doing, but it might involve free agenting in a Minior.
So Flounch, make a drop.
We could trade. We could trade it back. Is that legal?
I think, I did that with TJG once. They were very unhappy. But it is legal. Just like ghosting is in this
Just for how rude that is, I don't think I would. no matter who it's against or how funny it is.
I don't have a rule against ghosting. I am going to have so many people ghost us. It is going to be phenomenal. I was planning to record a series of videos against this league with the ghoster of the week and just inviting different people to ghost me.
Like,
yeah.
So your comments about like Raknings, I understand and I don't disagree with that. But when you look at the team for what it is, it looks like a there's 4 picks that are all niche picks. Like there's Florges, there's Duosion, which is a Pokemon I absolutely love. I'm not cheating on it.
That is not a Florges, my man.
Did I call it Florges?
You did call that
Wishy-washy.
Florges would actually be a good Pokemon.
Is Flowey? Does it evolve from something?
It's just a lay form of Klefki.
What's
it's like,
Flowey? Is Flowey a real thing? Is that Undertale? It's Undertale.
That's Undertale.
Okay. So,
but I think you're thinking of Floette.
Yeah, I am thinking Floette. I don't know how that's.
Floette
anyway.
Form. Yeah.
Anyway, he's got Duosion, he's got Dedenne, he's got fucking Seadra.
Also Bebe. Right.
What is this thing? Dragalge.
Did you just call it Seadra? Do you know your Pokemon?
I mean, it's based off of.
As far as picks go,
specifically a Sea Dragon, but Seadra is not. But
as far as picks go, I do like Dragalge. I think it's a nice pick on his team. It rounds out a lot. But
I've never disliked Dragalge. When I look at these 4 mons next to each other, it looks like this bad, and it's so confused. But I mean, like these are low tier mons. Like if I rated mons based on like your tier 4 and 3 picks, then I shouldn't be doing a power ranking draft. Like
who looks at their stat averages and uses that as a justification for having a good team automatically has a bad team. That's just my personal opinion.
I mean, hey, like stat averages mean nothing with Dragalge because when you have adaptability and an amazing
stat averages actually mean nothing.
Yeah.
Dragalge gets so many options. It gets like every special attack in the game is Scald, which is awesome. There's not really any one threat that beats Dragalge and also switches into it, which I really like. I think if he starts bringing Dragalge all the time, I'll find a lot more. I think if he brings his first 4 to every game, he's gonna start losing every other game. Like
he's gonna have to diversify.
He definitely needs to bring a completely different team every single week. Keep it fresh. Make it like impossible to build against.
I agree with you.
I don't understand why Virizion is a Z-move user.
I literally think it's just for that.
Because I see Moltres next to it, and that's one of my favorite Z-move mons. Never having to hit Hurricane the one time you ever have to click in any ever one battle.
I mean, there's also Weavile. I think Weavile is a pretty good Z user.
Weavile is amazing because it can run Poisonium Z. Nothing is scared of Poison Jab, but everything should be scared of that fucking Acid Downpour or whatever it's called. Like, we've seen Janvad drop in like Z foul plays on people. That's like 180, 160 power.
Can we also talk about how underwhelming Jolteon is? Just as a Pokemon.
We haven't talked about it, have we? That's a good sign. Oh, fuck, what's going on? Whoa, whoa!
Make it big.
Trying to shrink it? Because I'm trying to shrink it too.
Sure. Let's talk about Jolteon.
I don't see it.
It's all over my screen.
All I'm noticing, where did Raknings go?
Now Raknings is just small.
Oh, what the fuck? Knock this off!
Who is
Listen up, dude. All I'm listening... I noticed he has the Eye of the Spider. And we're not really seeing... We're not seeing the Minecraft and... Like... What was Minecraft? This mod learns Synchronize. You gotta think...
This is the 5th team out of 12 and it's been an hour. We should probably speed this up.
Okay, this team I'm giving it a D. How about that?
I'm giving it a D.
C+ for me because you guys are completely right. He needs to be versatile with how he builds, and if he's not, this team is going to start tanking fast. But I think he has potential. We fucked up this Jolteon so bad.
Just jump next Control Z's. Oh god, how'd I get to your team? How am I here?
Why are you here? Get off my team.
How did we all get there? Okay, I'm facing this person next. Talk about Cincy for Kentucky Crowbats.
This is, in my opinion, the worst team in the league.
I think rated it low. By low I mean 12.
I think I gave it the worst as well, but I don't hate it with like a capital H. Like,
Capital H hate it either. I just think there's a lot of underwhelming problems.
he's already shown that update is 2-0. Is he or +2? Is he at +2 right now?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
there we go. It's updated. 2, 4.
3. I can't remember.
Yeah. Okay, looks like he's +2. This team has so many ways that it can find, but it's one of those teams where if he builds perfectly against every single opponent, he could get a couple more wins. But I don't know. Like, am I wrong for sleeping on this team?
No, I think sleeping on this team is fine. I think there'll be times when he gets good wins. You know, Thundurus is a great Pokemon. Shaman's great. Like, there's a lot of different ways he can run this, but oh my god, is it just underwhelming?
It's like Rotom always works.
Like,
Thundurus almost always works. Shaman's not a bring it every week mon. Goodra can come almost to any battle. Crocodile is one of those, if it's okay, then it's amazing mons. And then the rest of his team feels like tier 3 and 4 picks. Like, just all the way through.
He has amazing speed control. Thundurus with like priority wave. Okay, so he has phenomenal speed control, but I don't really care. Like, there's no mon on there that is just stupidly powerful where it's like, I need speed control to support this. It's Goodra, you can handle Goodra, and there's Sock. And it's like, Sock's cool. Sock's not amazing, Sock's strong, but like, suddenly scared because you have Tailwind and a Sock. Like,
Thundurus and Shaman would definitely
we're not
be his
editing out
best.
that voice crack either. That's staying in there.
Yeah, that was too fucking strong. Like, with what's good on the team, I like this, but it doesn't get any better after that point. And I think that with a small amount of changes, this could be a great.
Yeah. You swap out like one of these mons for something that I'm actually very afraid of to be able to pivot into, like, and then you're golden. I think
it's like a mon or two away from being. There's not
something
much
to
that it needs
support.
to change.
That's literally what he needs to do. He needs to give Thundurus a mon to support, or Rotom, because Rotom's another great support option in that sense. Becomes a really good team. It's just missing some sort of oomph factor.
Yeah.
And it's not bad. I mean, it won a game. It's just like,
it like at the end of the day, it's still still gonna win. He's still got his, but
these all look like the same mon to me. I'm like thinking about how I would handle all of these mons, and they're all just like gross fat that I'm not that afraid of, like defensively.
I'm bringing
against
them.
Hey, don't.
week.
Hey, whoa.
No. I'm not telling you.
Barbarical, it's fine.
I'm bringing against him what my team is meant for, which is a whole lot of fun. It's going to be nothing but entertainment, but I still expect to get a W out of this, and if I catch an L, then understood.
Yeah.
But I just don't see them on the team how he does. I suppose I've got to give this one a D.
And again, coming from it, this isn't my style. This isn't how I play.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if I was more of a bulky offense player, I don't know, call it bulky offense.
Yeah, I couldn't call this bulky offense.
Maybe I would have a brighter light like I do in Flounch's team, but I'm not. I'm a smash player, and like this just isn't. It just doesn't scream I can kill something this turn to me, on any turn. D, hard D. Man took the D. That's just how it is. I'm sorry, Zach. I like you. You're a nice guy.
Yeah, I think it's also a D for me. Same issue I had with Murray's team. I don't like big, bulky teams that don't really look like it does a lot.
Don't hate
like
it.
Offensively.
I don't hate it. I don't think he's an idiot for drafting things like that, but
no, I mean, we agree. It's a close team to being good.
I'm definitely excited to see like a week or two from now where he makes some drops, suddenly taking the win like every game.
Yeah, like Grand Bull is one of my favorite mons in League.
We've all talked extensively about how much we love that mod.
Grand Bull also helped me in
Exceptional.
Season 3. It was amazing.
It is an exceptional Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Zach. It's mad close to being good. There just has to be like, there needs to be some fucking spark. Yeah, it's close.
Okay, moving on to Jake's.
Oh, Jake's team is one of my absolute favorites.
I
Just a
fucking
hard
love
fact.
this team.
Hard fact. This was number 2 for me.
We were shortly jumping around through it, and I love it.
It's so good. Snorlax is so good.
First glance,
Amazing.
At first glance, I hated it, and then I took 2 little scans through it, and I realized that every single mon here was good. There was nothing that cannot come to any week.
I
matchup.
explained this team with Finchinator. I literally said his OU mons were Lando T, Jirachi, and Kieran B, and he dropped a dot and said, "How is that fair?"
Exactly. That's awesome.
Those tier 1s are, yeah, that's some absolute power right there.
I fucking love it.
Yeah, like, how did we let this happen? How do we
I
let
gotta
a man
say, Snorlax has gluttony with access to the new pinch berries.
I love those.
Can I explain how hard prepping for this team was, by the way? Because he's considering he's my week 1 opponent.
Hey, I was there with, like, doing your practice battles. I, like, heard some of your strategy with, like...
That was a very exciting replay.
Albry, thank you for helping me prep. I really do appreciate that. Just sincerely, I do appreciate that. This is my first time back to the league since I started doing Smogon stuff. Oh, your boy is a Smogon tryhard. He wants to make that impact when he hits. And then I load up my week 1 battle, and I see fucking Lando T, Jirachi, Kieran B, Melodic, Snorlax. And I'm like, at least he doesn't have any speed. And then I see Victory Bell Twinkle. And at least it's not too bad. And then I look at my Mega Houndomancers, which are Heatran and Tapu Bulu. So I know I'm doing good.
I've told Albry before that I don't really like... Oh my god. I'm gonna be a hypocrite. I don't really like weather as like a draft idea that much. Like if you build like what we saw from a couple people last season, like 4 different people in one league. Like so many people try to build like just a straightforward it's a sun team or a straightforward rain team. I really love how he decided to do it. He brought Torkoal, which works even without sun. And then he brought Mega Houndoom, which, if he needs sun, he's got Mega Houndoom.
Give a shout out to that Torkoal. Torkoal helped me win Season 6. It's such a monster.
Houndoom is disgustingly strong, and its bulk was bumped up to doesn't die to defensive mons level when it Mega Evolves, and Flashfire before that makes it really difficult to just click buttons on. As you mentioned, Snorlax is a threat you have to prepare for every single time you see it. And it's not much worth noting. What is the check? Better be Kieran Black and Kieran Black and Lando.
Zmons are amazing.
Pretty much the best Zmon users in the game. These should be there every single time. But neither of the two ever have to run Z items. They will always be good without it.
There's even like further down, his wildcard pick. That just makes it like another thing you gotta prep for. It's a status absorber, which is
yeah, that thing's annoying to deal with.
I love that Flame Orb, Psycho Shift could be Cosmic Power. Is it Sword Power? Is it just gonna be 2 attacks? Is it gonna be Defog? Will he have root? It's
the one thing I'm not crazy about is Girder, but it's like I don't think I'd ever bring it, but I think it plays a nice spot on the team of preventing like some nasty normal types. But he needed priority. I get why it's there. I'm not crazy about it, but it's a tier 4, so it's whatever.
I mean, yeah, tier 4s are tier 4s. It's hard to get really good value out of there.
Albert, I linked you my team that I actually brought to the battle. If you want to check it out, and I can explain my thought processes behind trying to deal with this absolute god squad that I love.
God,
I think I'm gonna see this team again. By the way, 100%. I think we'll see Jake again.
So quickly
the
moving
Gmars
along,
team.
He's essentially got every single base covered. He's got a Heal Bell user. He's got plenty of good rocks, plenty of good defog. Melodic is one of those walls that you absolutely have to prepare for, even if you don't expect him to bring it, or you'll get your entire team walled by it. And I think there's no reasonable way to knock it.
No, I agree. This purely disgusting team.
His like biggest weakness is that he's got like 3 rock weaknesses. That's whatever.
I want to explain what his biggest weakness is. It's not a single mon. It's that melodic and Snorlax are his biggest weaknesses because they're mostly passive. Like Snorlax usually wants to be a curse mon, and melodic is extremely passive. When you play around him, if you can get in your offensive breakers on melodic and Snorlax, something almost always dies. Like, you can prep a lot of things for Lando. Lando's an easy mon to prep for offensively if you know it's going to be there. Rachi is a problem, but this whole game, the plan was use Mega Ampharos to pivot around Snorlax and melodic to bring in Bulu, and then ban Bulu Smash, and something dies. Like, after Rocks, not even Torkoal can take it. So it was just get up Rocks, Smash, and then find an opportunity with Klefki to let Hawlucha or Volcarona sweep. And that's what happened. Ban Bulu smashed. That was the game.
When your weakness is like the best wall breaker in the entire game, that's nothing to sneeze at. You know?
Exactly. When your weakness is a choice ban Bulu.
I think you're doing things right. Yeah, if that's the weakness.
When your weakness is a mon that kills fully defensive mons, like
it literally kills Zapdos. It should not be able to do that.
I'm looking at his team and it's U-turn, can kill something when it gets U-turned into a Haze mon that's pretty passive, that just curses up on everything. And there's Wall Breaker for any team on Earth. Then there's Torkoal, it gets that Yawn. It gets Lava Plume, which is great. It's a great spinner, great rock setter. It sets weather.
That's literally what it needs to do. That's a good one.
Florges always gets me. I see it, I'm like, oh, it's just a fairy, and then it comes out and
it must be Florges.
Did you just call Aromatisse Florges?
God damn it! Every fairy type is Florges. I've called every fairy type Florges so far. God damn it. Dude, I can think of its cry, but I can't think of its name. We get Rotomon, like, so many mons can U-turn or Volt Switch, and so many mons can receive a wish. Every mon that can't set up, like, a Dragon Dance or a Bulk Up or Calm Mind, something like that, can either set up hazards or set up some sort of weather or spread status. I already gave it my A.
A. Easy A.
Yep, definitely.
Good movie, by the way. Easy A was a good-ass movie.
I actually did enjoy that movie.
Alright, moving on to Limotrins.
But let's start kicking in high speed because we have in fact passed the 52-minute mark.
Okay, yeah. Time to go into our turbo round.
Turbo round. My boy, thank you for having absolutely zero effort on the sheet and yet still keeping it updated. You are a king.
The only thing I don't like is the Lucario and the Silvally. Like, I don't like how it's not formatted the same. That just bugs me. But small things.
I don't like that the
Let's
numbers
talk about things I actually don't
I'm gonna
like.
fix horizontal line.
Actually, a huge fan of this team. I don't think Zemu is that good. I think he could have had that on Tornadus. Or even Lucario.
Yeah, I was just looking. Lucario could have been I think, a good Z user on this team.
Tornadus T Salamence are what I wanted. They're both so similar, but
Gigalith is an exceptional pick.
I love his tier 1 picks. His tier 3 picks are all very good picks. Or more sleeper mons. Tony showed us Lynn can do Sand
Stoutland.
It's scary. Like, the only things I don't love about is it's not my playstyle, and I hate facing Mew. And obviously he did well against me. Lucario is a mon that's really hard to use properly, but he took good advantage of it in our I couldn't click Stone Edge because
Yeah.
And my team does not have good steel fighting switching. It's an outstanding offensive type. It gets great priority. It's the same thing as where it's got Swords Dance. It's got about 3 or 4 priority moves, and it's got Nasty Plot. It's something that isn't going to come to every battle, but when it does, it's probably going to get its weight carried. It's got Magneton so it can beat Steel types that would otherwise stop it from just clicking Meteor Mash.
No, I think Magneton is surprisingly a very nice pick, not only because it supports Salamence, just to get rid of those, or to force counter Salamence to run a Shed Shell is amazing so that you can wear them down more easily. But it also supports Stoutlands that doesn't have to click Superpower because Fire Fang is weak as fuck. I think it's surprisingly really good pick on this team.
His team has so many mixed attackers, so many. His first 3 are all mons that can all be defensive picks. They're all defoggers, and they can all click fucking just like super high base power move, and you don't. Salamence can be special, it can be a setter, and it's a Z move user. It's really hard to play in the game.
I love this team. I mean, I don't. Mew. Like, just.
I know.
If you can't use Medium Z, I don't like Z Mew.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Rock Polish Mew is going to come to a few games and will probably win a few games. It could be better than that. Still a really good team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got no problems with that. It's somewhere in the high B's.
Does Mudsdale get rocks?
Yes, it does.
Does it get rocks? I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah.
Then okay, yeah, I like that as a pick.
He's got spikes and toxic spikes. A couple of good rock
He's got bases
setters.
covered. And Silvally, Silvally on this team is really nice.
Yes, when I saw the team builder, I stared at him. And why the fuck does Silverly like normal beat me? This shouldn't be working.
Well, even that parting shot into his setup users is
Yeah.
And he's got so many of those. Nearly every mon on his team.
I like this team a lot. Sorry, BKC versus Lax just came on, and if BKC wins this game, Finch gets his first trophy, so I am right now. So sorry if I'm trailing off when I'm watching my man click Rapid Spin on a Kingdra. Sweating my balls right now. This is crazy.
Grades?
Yeah, ready to move on to Albry? Oh, letter grades.
Yeah, letter grades.
A minus, I feel.
I was thinking B plus.
It's fine. B plus, A minus.
Yeah, I'm happy with this. Alright, we're looking at the number 7 for no real reason. Tony, tell us about your team. I want to hear from you.
Come out and say it. I don't like your team. I actually rated you pretty low. I have reasons, but I'd love to hear about your team.
Alright, I feel like my team could do quite a few different things. Like, it's got a Sun option, it's got Trick Room option.
Why did you pick Leafeon? It's so bad.
Just for more Sun option. I don't really expect to bring it much.
100 chlorophyll users.
I believe, like, Victory Pill was already chosen at that time.
I'm pretty sure it was.
I will find you a better chlorophyll user that's not even...
Normal Executor.
Yeah, normal Executor. I'm literally looking right now and fully evolved that is better than Leafeon.
So yeah, Tony's not loud enough, but I know what he thinks about his team. It's a lot of fat, and it's a lot of wall breakers.
Vileplume. Could have picked Vileplume. Vileplume's amazing. It's facts.
That also
hard facts.
Vileplume. Oh, that's not taken. Yeah, that's a fair mon.
We get Strength Sap. My boy gets Sleep Powder. My boy is not a Leafeon.
Tony's team is a little weaker version of what Jake's running, essentially. A lot of solid, really fat, like, could do a whole ton of different things every week, mons, and then a little bit of Sun just tossed in there. But the difference is that, like, Tony just so happened to get Sun versus the other guy got Mega Houndoom.
Just Sun being nice to support offensive Venusaur sets that maybe don't want to be Mega 1 week.
Yep.
Just gives you a lot of nice different options.
Exactly.
I do want to explain to you my main gripe with your team. It's the same problem that I have with my team. Your natural speed is Heliolisk.
Mm-hmm.
Heliolisk, which can be really exploitable. I'm already getting thirsty thinking about Tapu Bulu, maybe getting an SD, maybe clicking his end. But
I've thought about this before, and if it wasn't on Tony's team, I would hate this. But every time I see Tony play, he always makes the plays that stops just one mon coming out on something slow, or one mon getting a U-turn on a good turn, and then just a setup and a win.
I think this supports your playstyle very well. I think you drafted
a perfect up for your team.
If I had to use this, like if I was your assistant coach and I had to build with this, I would have a horrible time. It'd be like T-Wave Fortress and then go into Zygarde and hope I win because I don't really like using any of these other Pokemon.
Like, I don't like Mega Venusaur. I told Tony I would never pick Zygarde in a million years. Volcanion I love. Fortress I don't like. Cabellion I don't like. Slowbro I'd run. Cofagrigus I love. Heliolisk I love. Machamp I
one of my favorite mons. Now, I didn't even see Kofag. Excuse me. I take it all. Oh, BKC. No, not like this. Fuck.
Fuck off. But yeah,
no. Cloyster is at +4/+4/+4.
That's a good sign.
He's behind screens
that
too.
means he's also at -2/-2. Well, that means he's.
Hold up. This Icicle Spear has to not crit because he said, "Lol, no, it crit." Oh.
Anyways, Tony's team is one of those teams where when you look at it, you just kind of gently, like silently build your team, and you go, "Yeah, this will probably work." And then he surprises you with just like one good play that makes you lose from that point on. Like, even though it's so slow and it's fairly defensive, like once he starts getting the pressure, it's really hard to come back because half of his mons can either recover or just kill the next mon that comes in. Like 9 times out of 10, it's super hard to build against. But there's not a huge amount of tricks that he could bring. There's a lot of dedicated checks to a lot of good mons, and a lot of these mons are like really versatile. But it's kind of like Patrick's team in that even if you know what's gonna be brought, it can still work out against you. Because like, I don't think anyone's gonna argue that Zygarde workout. Like, that's a mon that's everywhere for a reason. Like he's got his screeners, he's got Trick Room abusers and Trick Room options. As small as they are, they're still fairly powerful.
I want Z Volcanion over Z Zygarde.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Z Volcanion.
It opens up the Bloom Doom option.
Yeah,
very nice Volcanion.
That's like the main reason why I went there is because I wanted the option for Bloom Doom, and I figured I don't know if Zygarde really like in Draft League. I don't know if like I like the value of Z Zygarde because a lot of times like get up like a Dragon Dance and you're doing a lot of damage.
You can run.
It's like the same reasoning that I had with not running Z Bulu. I agree with that. It just because it opens up more options for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Your team doesn't like it as much, but you could easily run Z either or Volcanion because if you have Sun, Heliolisk has solar power. If it has Rain, then you could run Dry Skin and Thunder. Like Slowbro in the Rain, like a defensive mon throwing off Skulls that 2-hit KO mons is always nice. Fortress doesn't die in the rain. Zygarde doesn't really care about the rain, but Venusaur in the sun is really nice, you know. And then on the same way around, like Claydol the sun doesn't really die to any water attack, and that's the most common. You have Leafeon, it's not really going to come out though, but
better not. Swap that shit for Vileplume immediately.
I really like Exeggutor. I'm pretty sure it's not taken by like Exeggutor. On this team, maybe not. Vileplume, I do like a lot more. It's got Effect Spore if you don't need to bring it. It's got a Strength Sap. I'm solid with the B+ for this team.
Oh,
It's
BKC
definitely
lost. That
stronger
is
than it looks.
fucking
You're not gonna
dumb.
like it. I imagine you dropping a B minus or a C plus on it.
Me or?
Oh, play last game. Oh,
No,
that
Gmars.
was G2. I thought it was game 3. Oh, thank God, there's still hope. There is still hope.
Alright, what do you think,
Oh wait, no,
Gmars?
it's just last game in tiebreak. It's just best of 1. Oh, it's Friday. God, that's so fucking stupid. What? We on my team? What's going on?
Asking for the letter grade.
What's your letter grade for this team,
I
Mr. Albury?
A minus. I'm just so not a fan of Venusaur, but I see where this team will be successful, like it was first week. I think that I'm not a fan of this play style, but I think you'll do okay. Personal opinion.
What are you gonna rate yourself, Tony?
Oh, I don't know. Probably like a C.
I didn't rate myself from my team, but I wanted to give myself a C.
Didn't I give you like a B or some bullshit?
Yeah, you give him like a B. Yeah, solid B.
Respectable, solid B. My man Tony,
Solid.
you get a B plus.
All right, move on to one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah.
All right, Gmars and his fucking formatting. Tell me about it.
What formatting? This is the most decent formatting you've ever seen. This is spreadsheet class.
This is just the same exact format Murray gives us, except for you put, the sprites at the bottom.
You check this out.
That, to make it easier for me to understand what I had. Yo, don't you move that train. You move that.
Why do you never just Control Z? But yeah, like.
All right. I need to explain the drafting process. Going for Coco. Got sniped. Go for Tapu Bulu. Hawlucha T2, and I did not want the Coco team to have it, and it's really nice with Tapu Bulu. So I went for Hawlucha. TJG said, yo, Volcarona's broken. I tend to agree. Went with Volcarona. Keys. There's nothing bad with priority screens, priority spikes, T-Wave, defog. Defog was one of the biggest reasons to get this
Oh yeah,
for me.
fucking gets defog now.
I got defog this gen, which
I keep forgetting.
Volcarona absolutely loves.
Fucking dare you to
Doing it for
defog on my
Volcarona.
dark side.
And it's surprisingly nice for Hawlucha too. The big thing I like about Klefki is eject button sets are really dumb and stupid and fun.
Thank you.
Set
Thank
up
you.
so
I
can
love
eject it into your
eject button.
sweeper. That'll be really fun. And then here I realized I wanted Mega Ampharos just because of how much that slow pivot helps bring in Bulu and Volk. But I realized I could hold off on it. So we went Mesprit because it is a really nice Healing Wish user that gets T-Wave and Rocks, and it's a really consistent rock setter with a lot of different versatile options. And then we went Hard Barbarical because I wanted another Shell Smash user to break certain things that Volk has trouble getting through. Because Barbarical tends to bring in water types once it smashes, and I don't always want to run Giga Drain on Volk. So getting that chip with Barb is really nice. Skuntank was a TJG pick.
Yep, that sounds like it.
I think we actually went here because Sticky Web was really important, and more importantly than that, this league allows Baton Pass, and Leaf Annie, as you cannot get a better Baton Pass plus Sticky Web user than Leaf Annie.
We've seen it.
Sword Stance.
I am a super huge fan. I have used it a few times and have swept people based off
It
of
was so good.
Sticky
every
Web
single
and like
time.
Sword Stance passing.
Sticky Web, Sword Stance passing, Calm Mind passing, Agility passing to Tapu Bulu, that's incredible.
It's a one bug army. It's awesome.
It's amazing.
I believe after this we went Skuntank. I wasn't sold at first until TJG told me it gets Memento. And look at our team and
It gets a
understand why
lot.
I wanted Memento. And more importantly than that, this was something that I found was really interesting. It gets defog, which is important for us too.
Yep.
Yes.
But I mean, we have 5
It's a
defog,
great
which is
lure.
fine. The thing that I liked about Skuntank is we did not have a pursuit user. Maybe Barbarical gets it, but I don't know. Getting
I don't
pursuit
think
chip on a team like this, if you get 25% chip on a mod that's supposed to counter Hawlucha, you can win the game right there. So like
Exactly.
non-super effective pursuit chip is extremely nice, and Skuntank's really good at doing it. It also gave us priority, which isn't super important with Hawlucha, but still nice. So this mod defog plus pursuit was why, and Memento is why I got sold on Skuntank. Rotom's nice because it's another good Wisp user. I mean, we have a lot, but Wisp, T-Wave, Status, it's a good Scarfer, it's a good Trick user. And it's a spin blocker. And if you're looking at our team, yeah, and another defog. It's a spin blocker that defogs momentum, and that is really nice. Momentum, defog. Jellicent was, I had no idea what to do here. I wanted Minior in this slot, so I could have the Minior Barbaric Core, which exists, by the way. It's amazing. I don't know what I wanted, and Jellicent is kind of nice. I'm not a huge fan of Jellicent. Trick Room. Yeah, you fucking spoiler ass bitch. You delete that right now. Trick Room, Boogaloo, plus Heatran's coming. But a really nice part of Jellicent, it doesn't let people look at our team and say, oh, I can beat this with a setup water user. Because look at our team, give a water user grass coverage, and like maybe something for Ampharos. Nightmare. Stop, because Underway is only 90% accurate now, so you can't rely on it as much. So Jellicent just provides us a nice option, so we don't have to switch Tapu Bulu into Scalds. Important thing. Because Scald plus Ice Beam is also a fucking nightmare for this team without Jellicent.
Jellicent has amazing coverage as well.
Really does. So very nice coverage. It doesn't get Gravity, which I kind of wanted, because Gravity lets you spam Magna Storm. Blast. So we don't have Gravity. Zapcan and Ampharos. It doesn't have Gravity, and it doesn't have T-Spikes. And T-Spikes are nice sometimes, like they're nice versus Murray's team a little bit. Actually, not at all. Dragalge, Glissaur. Never mind. Toxapex are garbage.
Cool.
I tried running that last time I played with Quillfish, and I just never do enough for me. Like, I feel like when I set a T-Spike, I'd much rather set spikes and then leave myself the option to T-Wave or Wisp later. Just because move. I know I say this a lot, and the big joke of Blondito is T-Wave. The recovery 75% accurate.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
Tony
slow down so good.
Tony tried it in a practice battle, it didn't work too well. I moved 7 turns in a row without getting parried.
Not always about that too. Sometimes it's about letting Bulu smash your face before you smash Bulu's face.
Exactly. That's not what Sims these
So I didn't get to click Wave in the first game, but I brought 2 T-Wave users and a Tailwind user. So you already know I was heated about speed control. Really, this team feels like it fits my playstyle very well. I'm leaving that. I'm a big fan of the way that this has turned out. To perform well, because there's a lot of ways you can stop it that I'd rather not mention. So, figures that out. I might catch a few more cool wins. What's your guys' opinion?
I love the fact that it has one rock weakness. No, I'm not leaving it as a bug. Yeah. I like that it has 2 rock weaknesses, and one of them is a lead.
Yeah, you don't really care about like leaving these like weaknesses since.
That's what I was saying. It's a lead.
Yeah.
Rock immune if you have grassy terrain up.
Yep.
Because you switch in and heal off them. Right?
I absolutely love Bulu with Heatran because of the whole like you don't give a shit about the 4 times ground weakness anymore with grassy terrain on there. I love that. I love
anything Bulu. Anything that terrain brings in, Bulu smack.
Yeah, I love Bulu and Hawlucha. Like that's such a great combo. Also the grassy terrain and Fat Mega Ampharos. Like oh my god, you just get easy free volt switches out of that.
It's like you get grassy terrain with mons shitload of mons that don't have recovery, and a lot of mons that always live on a little bit of HP, or always just need that one last extra hit. And I can see so many times when you'll, at some point, just get that one turn of grassy terrain on that whiter Barbarical, and you'll live on like 6%, and then you'll get off 2 liquidations. It's so much more common than people think. Your team has so much goofy stuff it can bring, and then so much just solid, try it every time, it'll probably work every time stuff.
There's a lot of... I'm glad you recognize the goof factor, because a lot of these mons...
it looks like a team
sort of versatile, but they have roles that you'll see on the ladder. Like, Bulu's a breaker, Volcarona is a sweeper, Tran is like utility support, Hawlucha's a sweeper. They don't seem very versatile. But then you bring out Specs Volcarona and things start dropping. Or like a lot of very wacky ways to run this that I'm very excited to use once I get past beating Murray.
God,
I hope you lose to Murray just because of all the shit talking.
I know. Losing to Murray, which is gonna happen, by the way.
I hope you
it's
miss
gonna
Stone
be a
Edge
nightmare.
for Miracle. That's what I want to happen.
Actually, I will miss Stone Edge. I had a dream that I missed Stone Edge. I know it's happening.
Yeah, I missed your first Stone Edge. Mike missed his first 2 Stone Edges. You can hit this one.
Okay, I believe.
I'll let you hit this one.
So, in the interest of
Your team
time,
definitely gets an A from me.
I'd give it probably
Fuck
a B
you.
plus.
oh, come at me, Aubrey. What's your issue, huh? What's your issue, kid?
It's
Just
it's a
the
team-
reliant on like just the lack of
Uh-huh.
speed a little bit is about the only issue I have with it. But I mean, easily
that's fair.
overcome
No, I
with
mean,
T
there is a
Wave.
lack of speed.
Yeah, and you got Hawlucha. Like you can definitely get past the lack of speed.
The thing about
Webs.
the lack of speed is it requires turns to mitigate,
Yeah.
which is a factor. Like, if you're spending a turn working on speed control, that's a turn that you're like losing a mon, you know. So
It's
it's
the turn that you're not Swords Dancing with Hawlucha, or bringing in Bulu, or Quiver hits it
Exactly.
up with Volcarona.
got shit for saying lack of speed control or lack of speed in the video when I have a Hawlucha. No, I do agree that is one of the most crippling weaknesses of this team. Is that it requires before things go off.
What I'm scared of is your no heal bell, or does Klefki get it?
Ampharos gets heal bell.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'll expect it. I'll expect that slow heal bell on Ampharos.
Mesprit also gets healing wish.
That it does.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, so
Just the time. It's up there, Scissors. Pierce.
Right. Let's blow through these teams so I can
leave.
get back to raging about this BKC game.
So first off, with Pierce's team, the first 3 are 100%. Did Albry draft this at some point? Megalopunny, Zapdos, Dragonite?
No. I have drafted Lopunny and I have drafted Dragonite, but not on like the same team. I've never had Zapdos.
The first 4 Mons are Mons I love. Because they're all so fun and they can all do so many things. Lopunny not so much, but Zapdos, I mean, we've seen that fucking... I didn't forget that Charge Rain Dance Thunder. I saw that.
Okay, the more I look at this team, the more I realize this is something I would actually draft.
Exactly, it looks 100% every single monster you would draft. Well, except like Cradilly and
I
Pilot.
have drafted Cradilly though.
Oh, fuck, well, never mind then. Piloswine and Normal Pinsir.
Yeah.
It's
This
a
fucker,
really solid
this guy
balance.
stole Hoopa from us, by the way. We wanted Hoopa over Jellicent,
Oh
and he
god.
fucking stole it. So,
I like Koopa, but I personally, I never use it because I don't like it as like how it's designed, it's like speed tiers, all that shit. It's a good mon, but I personally don't like running it. But this team has its grounds covered. It's got status in several different forms. Like Dragonite is one of the easiest. Just click it with no rocks, set up, and sweep the entire team with the rig. Megalopunny is an auto bring to any team, no matter what. And then he has not the most like versatile cast of options, but he definitely has options for all the matchups he can come into. His team is one that every match should be pretty close. If he doesn't outright sweep, every match should be pretty close. But as long as he plays well, he can definitely find success in most of his meta.
I'm not that crazy about this team, just because there is from a man who likes to
Lack
set
of
rocks
speed.
T1, huge issue with rocks, that,
Yeah,
he's got Empoleon, but Empoleon is really his only response to that. Zapdos, if Zapdos comes into defog, I've achieved my goal of getting the chip on Zapdos I needed. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
That's just me.
what I was
That's me
finding.
with a Bulu.
when I was doing my practice match, when I built this against one of Tony's teams, as soon as I saw Tony's team, I was like, fuck, do I need to double up and just bring 2 defoggers? Like, no matter what I bring, this team absolutely loves for Rocks to, but they're going to be
Rocks
there.
just not exist.
He's got like 1 mon that can just click a button and kill him off. That's low punny and high jump. Like,
Sylveon can
Wallbreakers-
also click Specs voice and just kill him on.
yeah, but then in that case, he's weakening something, you know.
Yeah, no, I get it. Sylveon's not the most reliable killer.
It's a mon you don't want to have specs.
Dude, I understand why I like this team so much. I won a championship with Dragonite and Sylveon on my team.
It's a good little squad. I don't absolutely love it, but I could definitely see myself losing to it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. LOA, man.
It's super its pros are like really high up there, and its cons are like really far down there. So it's like
it's a high risk.
It's this really self-polarizing team, but I think I would give it like a C+. I definitely see what's
I rated this extremely low on my power rankings.
What it does good is super
C+
good.
well.
Like, I don't hate it, but I think plus is fitting for me.
It won the first week, right? It's gonna.
Nope.
He
choked.
Did it not?
He choked. He, I think, had a chance to win, and then he was going to beat Patrick, I believe, if he had like clicked power up punch with
That's
Wapani.
even more concerning because a team like this requires like extremely careful piloting.
Yeah.
So, like, get more comfortable with the team and figure out how to make all this mash together. I think it'll be great, but a team that you can just be like, oh, I know what to do with this, and just like fucking catch your dubs.
I only wanted Patrick to lose because I wanted the power ranking video to be like taken down 1 notch in how Patrick's team was the greatest thing in the entire world. Patrick's team is great in his hands and its versatility, because Patrick is like one of the best battlers I had to go up against. I don't think I've ever gotten close to beating him. I've hacked the absolute shit out of him. He's definitely solid, but I'm not sure about the future of this in the league. It needs a little bit of change.
I think C+ is good. You want to wrap this up with the final one here?
Let's do it.
Did you guys give it? Oh, Tony, what did you give it a rating?
Oh, I don't think I did. I'd probably give it a B-, just because I don't know. It's a team I think I'd be comfortable playing with.
I think that's fair.
All right, Cap. Oh, what the fuck is this team? I've never seen this.
This team, they rated it really power rankings, and I could not disagree more. I think the tier 1s are horrible.
Yeah, I hate the tier 1s.
I'm not a fan of Celesteela in League. I think it's amazing on the ladder, because it's not well prepped for on the ladder.
Yeah.
But this is
Counter
not the ladder.
League.
This is you explicitly counter Pokemon. And Celesteela does 2 things. It stalls and it clicks Autotomize occasionally. Is it his Z-move user? I need to know that. It's not on its sheet. Draft sheet.
I can't tell.
Z-move user. That's good. That opens up more options. I'm very happy to see that his Z-move user is Celesteela.
Good.
And Garchomp. I think that's good. So yeah, I mean that's good. I'm still not crazy about it. Right? You're seeing a whole bunch of base 100 mons. You're seeing a Marowak. You see a Breloom. You see some great stuff. You see a Persian. Any speed control. I don't see a Trick Room option, even though you have a Marowak. No, Gardevoir gets Trick Room, so it can run that.
Yeah.
It would be pretty dedicated.
God, doesn't want
I'm gonna say I don't know if I want my Mega Gardevoir being Trick Room though.
Exactly.
The rest of his team
it's hard to get that turn to click Trick Room.
Uh-huh.
Unless you're forcing something. It's risky, I want to say, because you can force a lot of switches with Gardevoir. Force the switch, probably another bulky steel type, as you've Trick Roomed. I don't know. I'm not super crazy about it.
It does great out of Trick Room and all.
Yeah.
This this team to me just seems like if you went up to each coach, like one of each of 12 coaches, and you just went, hey, what would you pick in like second round tier 3? They go, oh, is Milk Tank up? Oh yeah, Milk Tank. And then
Yo, you already know. I got this. Murray picked Celesteela. I picked Alolan Marowak because I want to see things die. Albert probably picked something fucking bulky and stupid like a Mantine.
Albert probably picked Raikou.
I could see that. I
picked Crystal.
That's actually hilarious. This is the most like full circle RPL team I can.
It's so cool in that way. This is definitely one of the most original teams.
Yeah. Do you think? Did he win week 1?
No.
I didn't see it.
He lost to Zach.
Oh, that's sad.
I'll go too. Nope.
I'm very happy to see that it's Celesteela. I think that does open a lot of. Really doesn't have a good late game cleaner. Like Crystal Shell Smash isn't going to outspeed much. You have Scarf Chomp. You have Scarf Raikou. You have SD Mach Punch Breloom. But Autotomy Celesteela really brings a lot to the table. So that's cool. Shoutouts to that existing.
It's like essentially he's got a lot of stuff that's good, but not much that really like loves any other one mon on his team.
See, I don't know if like they work well together.
If you look at just the types of his tier 1 mons, it's awesome. But when you look at the actual mons that they are, it's a little weird.
Very few layers of obvious interconnected synergy here that I feel like a lot of the other teams have.
Almost looks like he kind of like went out of his way to try to get like the fantasy core in his tier 1s. Like he's just like, oh, what's like a steel type? Oh, Celesteela. Let's get this fairy type Gardevoir.
Hopped on that fantasy core's dick so hard.
It's a team that I want to see Zardex sweep.
You know what happens to this team? The fucking Zygarde clicks 1,000 arrows, and there's no answer.
Literally a Gardevoir. That's the answer.
Fizdef Breloom. It's literally Fizdef Breloom.
I mean, hey, that's a real mon, but it's not eating it. I almost said Devastating Drake, but that's not using.
That is Devastating Drake. That's the Z move.
Well, my Zygarde isn't Z.
Oh, then 8 years. Yeah, that's fair. This is an extremely capped team. I'm excited to see more games with it because it's a very unique team.
I love it. I've gotta love it.
You know what I would love to do? I would love to play 1 week with this team. Like, just help Cap sub out. Bring shit like T-Wave Raikou plus a low in there. That'd be fun. I don't think I'd like to run with this for like 11 weeks.
Yeah.
Of like pigeonholing I could see myself getting into after a while. Mega Gardevoir's fine.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, how'd you know it was me?
Around and typing Ayoon and stuff.
I didn't type that.
Yes, you did.
Okay,
it's behind my Jellicent. That literally just happened.
No.
Still there. It's not. Amazing. So I think letter grade. E-.
I don't know how to grade this team.
I don't know either. I might just give it a solid C then.
I have to give it a safe C. Like exactly. Like I
would give it a C if there wasn't unautonomized Celesteela. But
like,
you know what? There is. I just gotta give my respect to that.
Love it or hate it at all. He's got Raikou. He's got Alolan for his Volt Switch, Parting Shot, whatever mons. Most of his team wants to come in on Volt Switch or Parting Shots. That's definitely a strength of his team. But most of his team doesn't want to come on any attack by any Pokemon in the game. Like
I just want to go into Volcarona and I just want to click buttons.
Exactly.
Is that bad? I want to click HP Electric on that Mantine, watch his Wakanberry go off, and then say, Cap, you did watch the video. That means so much.
His tanks that aren't Miltank and Mantine are both his Z move users. So in that aspect, it makes them both like really scary, and that you don't know what they're. This definitely will find success in battles. But
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. It's a team that weirds me out. Is that wrong to say?
You know, there aren't many layers of like different types of synergy, like different routes he can go down. There's just different mons that he can pick from that don't do all that much different. Like it's a Scarf Chomp, it's an SD Chomp, it's a Rock Chomp. It's Defensive Cell Stealer, it's Autotomize. The rest of them, it's Raikou, it's a Breloom, it's a Persian, it's like...
Exactly.
They're like crazy good at their role. Like Raikou is kind of underwhelming a lot of the time. Breloom's okay. I just think you need
I really like
a
Breloom.
lot to support
As a pick on this team, like I don't know what the team does. That's the thing. I assume when they listen to this, they're gonna think what I did, when they went through my team and they just fucking hated it and didn't stand any. At some point, I'm sure like the genius behind this will suddenly snap and I'll understand.
If he explains to me like, oh, this is a team that's meant to like break certain things and then win with this, I'll be like, oh, dang. Understand now. I understand like the synergy that you got going there between like spreading status between wheezing and doing all that, but it's like I'm just not feeling it.
How do you volt switch on his team? You know,
against his team. Go into your volt switch mod, then you click HP Ice hard every time.
The Marowak comes in, takes 13, go off. Fuck. The
Marowak comes in, takes 13, and then he goes for his Blizzard on his Marowak and activates your Snowball, raising your attack, and you hit it.
And then you get frozen. I've seen this before.
Yeah, you're right. You get frozen and you type in the chat, GG can't beat luck, and then you quit the league.
Yeah, I don't know. I had nothing to protect Latios.
I gotta go in here, guys. This is fun though. This was a good fucking hour and 32 minutes. Like shit.
Hour well spent.
Hour and a half well spent. Oh, Pikachu burst. Let me check this draft sheet. Oh, best team.
Great to Paradise Pinecos. I'm sorry, Jacob. I fucking hate your team.
You're just garbage. All right, love y'all.
Oh, that was Top. I give him number 1. Top. Tacoma Ranchers. Good job, Top. You have number 1. The rest of you I don't really like. Potato Mike, your team's okay. Not really. Give it number 11. Mega Latios, Terrakion, Weavile. It's got things that aren't walls. It's got wall breakers. It's got Magneton. I hope you get success in the future. Show Murray what a real team is in 2 League. Mega Charizard, okay. Mega Charizard X with Finny and Gyarados, like
online.
Finny and Zard X. Please stop running that. Like it's weakening your own dragon moves, but the rest of your team works great. Don Fan Celebi, no one. Alolan Raichu, that's very cute.
Alolan Raichu, I'm actually a fan of the league just because of the nasty plot capability.
Blaze J with Mega Mawile and a Cross Thunderous team. Raknings.
Have you seen Potato Mix team?
Yes,
That team is.
Yeah, I told him, like, I saw his team. I was okay, I really like the team you brought, or the team you built, but I fucking hate the team you brought, you know?
Yeah, no, holy shit. That is.
I was there when he almost finished. When he almost finished it, I was like, this team is fucking awesome, and I thought about how he plays, and he doesn't know the game very well.
Oh.
I've done a couple practice matches against him. This is not a team that works for him. And
No.
I can guarantee you, unless I outright tell him, he is not going to bring Recycle Snorlax. He brought Rest Talk leftovers every time we did a practice battle.
Dude, but he's got Probo Pass for the Magnet Pull to support Bulu. I'm screaming here. This is amazing. I like this team a lot.
When he told me that
I got to pilot this, yo, please got Medicham.
When he told me that he didn't know why he picked Probo Pass, I went, okay, dude. And I went in like an hour of talk of why Probo Pass was not a very bad mon. I'm like, dude, it gets Magnet Pull, it gets all these electric moves, it's all these weird fucking Magnet Rice type shit.
Plus, it gets rocks, and I think it doesn't get T-Wave. I want to say it gets T-Wave.
I'm almost certain it gets T-Wave. Z Victini is disgusting. Like
Victini should be a Z-Move user. I think that's one of the few gripes.
Victini and Bulu are his Z-move
Is
users.
Victini the Z-move user in Eevee? It is good. Good job, Patrick. That's even scarier.
Yeah, Patrick. Patrick is definitely a good coach. He would not do stupid like that. Drafted a team that he likes. Looking like
So
bulky
I'm going to call it
offense
clear. And final words that I got for this. I'm very impressed with the quality of drafts. Like, with Zach and Cap's team just not having that connection that I'm looking for, or I just don't see at this point.
I really want to
most
see
of
like
these
those.
play out extremely well, and I'm like, good shit. Yeah, I think y'all did a fucking phenomenal job with a lot of this.
This is like some of my favorite drafting I've ever seen.
No,
See, I'm excited for the season because I feel like with how everybody's drafted, like it's gonna be a lot closer, like a lot closer battles.
Oh shit! Are my headphones dead? I clicked sound off button on them. I didn't know they had a. How do I turn this shit back on?
People always complain.
I'm deaf. Oh my god! All right, hold on.
Oh, he can't hear us. Oh fuck.
Yeah, he can't hear us at all.
Good.
Yo, it's your boy Gmars back in the mic with the Mad Bars. I really like rhyming. I do it with impeccable timing and flow. You know that I gotta go, but I got that mad skill, them mad rhymes. When I go to the bank, I get mad dimes because I need it for my health insurance because I only pay a dime a day. That's what they promised me, but then I broke my arm and the ambulance went woo woo wee, took me to the hospital, and I couldn't pay my bills because they say a dime a day isn't enough to keep your health. So I got ill, then I got sick, but then my flow got so mad ill that I spit rips and I ripped spits, and I bought a ripstick and I broke my lips. They wouldn't fix those either, so I went to the plastic surgeon in Mexico, and he said, okay boy, we gotta go to my surgery, to my audio. And then he said yo yo yo. And then I got a new face, and I got that new flow, and MF Doom, you know? You thought the song was over, it's not, I tricked you.